Well, today, President Trump linked autism to Tylenol usage in pregnant women. He was joined by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Dr. Mehmet Oz. The president asserted a link between autism and acetaminophen, which is the active ingredient in Tylenol. He also mentioned the FDA changing its recommendations and advising women to stop taking Tylenol and talk to their doctors. Robert F. Kennedy explained the findings of recent studies.
The FDA is responding to clinical and laboratory studies that suggest a potential association between acetaminophen use during pregnancy and adverse neurodevelopmental outcomes, including later diagnosis for ADHD and autism.
Longtime autism researchers are skeptical of laying blame for the condition on one drug or any single root cause. All major medical societies say Tylenol is safe to take during pregnancy, but advise women to talk to their doctors as well. A treatment the administration did recommend is the medication leucovorin. We spoke with Dr. Amir Medovnik, a developmental behavioral pediatrician, about that and the president's announcement.
Before we have really definitive proof of this connection that they've been touting today. And so for the most part, it was scary. It was scary statements, and I think it was a bit overstated.
And I'm sure you speak with colleagues and even patients. What are they saying?
You know, when you have a background in public health and environmental health, you realize that you have to look at these studies and weigh the limitations. And we all agree that there may be studies that find some relative risks, but you have to take the relative risks into perspective and see that they are actually very small, and sometimes, despite being clinically significant for a study, may not be meaningful in a clinical setting.
Now, I know we're talking about the possible causes of autism. What are your thoughts on the treatment?
So leucovorin is a fairly, it's a benign treatment, relatively speaking. It's folinic acid, so it's related to the folate pathways, and it's just relatively absorbed much more easily through the blood-brain barrier. I think that has some good preliminary data on it from clinical trials. I think it's a fairly easy and tolerable medication, or in this case, kind of a supplement even. And I think that I would support parents who want to give it a try. I'm always supportive of parents who want to try something as long as I know that there is no direct risk of harm. So I would entertain prescribing this medication for my patients, yes.